Hey, what's going on, people? Listen, we are already having fun. I know you just joined it, but listen, it's going to be going down. I said it that way. A bunch of words. I did do it in 30 seconds. It's going to be going down, right? We bring brand new flavor in your ear. This your boy Preach Elder Brown, and you are listening to the Living Day by Day radio segment brought to you by 108 Praise Radio, where we be voicing the gospel. You heard? And I can't do this by myself. Always got people rocking with us at the Living Day by Day show. I'm going to shout out the name because you know that they're. But before I do that, I need for you to do me one quick favor. That's right. I'm asking for a Thursday favor. I want you to go ahead and tweet, email, Facebook, call, blow horn, send a kite, do something, and let all your people know. If you're listening to us now, let them know that we're live right now. We're rocking the Living Day by Day show. It is we're on progress. We're in there. We're doing it right now. Guess what? Can't rock alone. Got the baddest comedian on this side of laughter. I did say it that way. E-Love is in the building. That's right. Comedian Eric is in the building. What's going on, man?
I'm super excited, man. It's going to be a great day in Zamunda. Oh, man. Black love is everywhere this time, boy. If you own an African shop, I know your dashikis are gone.
You know what? You get off the line with that. Hey guys, that's E-Love. He's ready. He's on fire to bring something to you to make you laugh. But guess what? We do not partner alone. We always got someone who is great, and she is the visionary of this great Living Day by Day show, and that is none other than guess who? I said, guess who? Yeah,
who?
You got it right.
Who?
Elder Lakiba Wallace. Come on, y'all. Let's give her.
What's cracking, y'all? I tell you, I can't with y'all. I cannot with the dashikis. I cannot.
Right. I bet you she got her dashiki on.
I know. Don't get me started clicking.
Don't. Hey, y'all. What's up, family? Welcome again to another edition of the Living Day by Day show. I've been off the scene for about 2 weeks, but the fellas have been bringing the flavor. And so I know y'all have been enjoying the Living Day by Day show because every Thursday, right here, guys, on the set of 108 Praise Radio, we bring nothing but the baddest and the best and the real and the raw to the set of the Living Day by Day show. So thank y'all so much for continuing to rock with me and to rock with Elder Brown and rock with old crazy comedian E-Love. And thank y'all, all of y'all who did know, the small percentage of y'all who did know that I was out for surgery, but can y'all holler and say, Jesus is good?
Jesus is good.
It's good.
He is good. He is good. I'm thankful for a successful surgery and to be healing as planned. And so just shout out to Jesus, okay, for making sure I got off the surgery table and came back to the crib. So I'm excited about that life. I'm excited about life.
Wait. You said you got off the table now. You were on the table?
Surgery table, okay?
You didn't say nothing about that. You just said you had...
Yeah, she didn't say nothing about being on no table.
You said you on the surgery table. We would have prayed different.
See.
All our prayer was, Lord God, be with her, keep it good. That was it. It was like, we didn't talk about no God, the doctor's hand. Lord God, sure anesthesia. Yeah. She wake up. We didn't put none of that in there.
Y'all ain't go deep in. You wasn't going way deep.
No, hey, God is about. I do know this part of the word. I don't know all the books about, but I do know he's about excellence, and he into details. So we needed that little details to be able to pray right. So just knowing that. Next time you go under and you got to take some, any surgery stuff, you ain't got to know the whole thing, but let us know that you about to go under knife, anesthesia, some of that stuff, and then, when you going to wake back up.
Right.
So you can basically pray, Lord Father, bring her back.
Yeah. And just one small thing you just got to make sure you always do. Put me in your wheel, because we don't know what's going to happen next. I just want to make sure I'm doing something.
That's exactly what I be talking about, y'all.
His mic.
What did you believe me?
Hey, I love you, but just in case you don't make it.
Right.
Your wallet.
Look,
leave them dollars, please, in case you don't make it.
I told you he was trying to get that dashiki made so that a man could wear it too. I feel that's what it was.
I need a dashiki to say 108 praise. We can get one of those and then living day by day cookie hat. You know what I'm saying? Cookie hat. What is it called? A cookie? Mm-hmm.
You know what? Put it out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
You know what? Some people just don't need the mic. I keep trying to tell y'all that. But before we get into the hot topics and we really release the mic to comedian E-Love, oh my God, y'all better put y'all song. But I'm excited. I'm excited about the 3rd annual Women on the Battlefield Conference that is taking place, guys. That's the Atlanta, Georgia, February.
It's going down.
The 25th. It is going down. And you better make sure you are somewhere near. I promise you. You know, oftentimes we don't want to be transparent, but I'm going to be transparent. I have been going through so much just to be able to put this conference on. So I know God is up to something huge, something big, something explosive. This conference has been rescheduled 3 times. And we finally have it set in stone. So I know God is about to move. We have an incredible lineup. Panel discussion on the 24th that is going to be emceed by none other than Christian comedian E-Love will be in the building facilitating that whole thing.
I like how you just try to emphasize that Christian part.
She did.
Christian, like she's telling me to make sure my jokes are in line with that.
Ain't gonna have no dirty jokes.
Right.
That's the Women on the Battlefield Conference.
No dirty jokes.
Clean.
I only do 3 for the Holy Ghost. 1 for the Father,
oh,
one for the
my
Holy Ghost,
God.
1 for the Spirit. So for the rest of my
Lord. Help it. So y'all come out, and then not only will you have comedy, but the panel discussion is going to be amazing. It's led by radio personality Courtney will be there, who's also a host here on 108. She's going to facilitate that whole thing. She has some amazing questions. I don't even know what the questions is, but I can tell you that they are going to be amazing. She's a relationship coach, radio personality, just doing amazing things in the kingdom and in your community. So you want to make sure you be a part of that. And then, of course, we have Timothy Kennedy is going to be a part of that. Just a whole lot of people. So make sure that you come out on Saturday, and then we're going to be eating some real good food, because I paid some real good dollars for this food, and so it's going to be amazing. I'm excited about Saturday, but I'm super duper excited about Sunday, February 25th as well, where we have none other than Bishop Eric Lloyd. He should be on the plane in just a couple days, coming down to the A to tear up the building. And when I say tear up the building, if you have never experienced a tear-up ministry, then you need to make sure that you are at the 3rd annual Women on the Battlefield Conference. But before he starts tearing up, we have guest psalmist Demita Chandler, who is also going to be in the building as well. And then just added our praise and worship leader, first lady, evangelist, just all that great stuff is none other than Psalmist Talina Harris just added, and this young lady is powerful. I promise you, if you have never, ever experienced praise and worship before, you will experience that with Psalmist Talina Harris. She needs no introduction whatsoever, doing amazing things, her and her husband, here in the Atlanta area, but also across the globe. So make sure that you just come out and see what God is doing. And Sunday will be emceed by none other than Lady Keisha Smith, who is also a super-duper powerhouse. I promise you, you are in for a treat. I've been laboring, I've been praying, I've been doing all that good stuff, and God is going to show up at the 3rd annual Women on the Battlefield Conference. I promise you, February 24th and 25th. 2018, that is, right here in Atlanta, Georgia, at Champions for Christ Church, which is 3638 Campbellton Road in Atlanta. And kudos and a special shout-out to none other than the pastors of Champions for Christ Church, and that is Reverend Tisha Jones and Reverend Dr. Darrell Jones, for opening their doors and just partnering with me to be able to put on a phenomenal conference, which is the 3rd annual Women on the Battlefield Conference. I'm excited about that. And then April, guys, we're going to jump over to the Youth Explosion. That flyer should be coming out in the next couple of days. And I don't know why, but Eric is also on the agenda for that. Lord help me, E-Love.
You don't know why.
That got hacked. Somebody must have hacked that.
What happened?
I'm not understanding what's up. Thinking, okay, I see how y'all doing it now. Okay.
Right. He's like, what happened was
he paid for that. He paid for that.
Okay. He paid for that.
Oh wow! Paid for things now. Okay.
But it's going to be amazing, guys. But without further ado, because I can talk forever about these conferences and the different things that God is using me to do and partner with comedian E-Love and also Elder Brown. I'm sure God is going to use us to do some more conferences together and just some amazing things that are happening in 2018. But let's get into the hot topics. I'm not sure what the hot topics are going to be brought to you by, so just let me render the floor to comedian E-Love.
What's going on, everybody? Oh, brace yourself, man. The hot topics were brought to you by Wakanda Forever. You gotta say it just like that too. Man. Exciting stuff, man. Can you give it up for the Marvel's movie Black Panther? Man,
right.
He is killing it in the box office. Not only is the director African American, it's an all African American cast, a few Caucasian people, but yes, it's basically the main characters are all African American. Man, and it's also heavy art, like the producers, people that did the music. Man, it's all, can you say, Black people. And man, it's breaking all kind of records. You know, the reason I think everybody's some people maybe downplaying is like, why is everybody tripping so hard over a movie? Man, you don't understand the amount of money that directors get for certain movies that African American directors don't get, or the opportunity, because they don't want to put an all leading cast of African Americans in a role. And just to have the fact that we got a movie that's done and beat just about every other movie that's out there and crashed all these different records. I mean, it's awesome, but I'm very sad to say we're still talking about it's the first. And this is 2018. We're still talking about the first whatever. Come on, man. Let's get it together. But yes, so Black Panther has made about $242 million domestically dollars. And a total nationwide is done. Y'all ready? $427 million nationwide. That's 427 million nationwide, and that's not even anybody bootlegging. I don't think anybody bootlegging Black Panther. Don't bootleg Black Panther. Let's do it like we did Passion for Christ. You ain't finna bootleg Passion for Christ. You know what I'm saying? You go watch it with your friends or something like that. But so don't bootleg Black Panther. Let's go to the movie. Let's continue supporting these people. So yeah. Now also in the news too. Man, I'm so sad to hear that. I know everybody has already heard the report that Billy Graham is passed. Man, you talking about someone that's the father in the spirit that everyone has been looked at. He's been doing ministry for forever since I was a baby. I mean, lifting up prayers to him and his family. Man, he was one of the giants in the ministry. Man, awesome. Any person that does ministry knows Billy Graham. So it's very sad that he passed, but we already know that he is in heaven. But also the last thing, hold on to this. I don't know if it's true or not, but yeah, Toni Braxton and Birdman. They are engaged.
I can't.
Toni Braxton and Birdman are engaged. Yes. No, can't leave it alone. You got a rock on the hand, and he'll put a ring on it. So they are engaged. That's his boo thing. I don't know if he's going to get some of the tattoos, but she's going to put some respect on that name. They've been getting married. So, yeah. What do y'all think about that one right there?
I don't know, but I just heard crickets.
Now, don't judge it because you don't see it for yourself. That's like saying everybody talking about Beyonce and Jay-Z. Everybody like, how did Jay-Z get Beyonce? That money. Stop playing with that.
Wait.
Everybody knows
Hold on.
No. You can talk about whatever, B.I., you come from whatever. Check this out. Jay-Z looks like a camel. Everybody know that. If Jay-Z was walking around just by himself, he was walking around by himself, nobody's going to be paying that man no attention. He got swagger and he got money. And she was like, man, those things look good. Let me get that. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Does anybody on the line think Jay-Z look good?
I don't know. I just heard cricket again.
I don't know how to follow up with that. Like, what?
Right.
I'm sorry. But did people ever think that Jay-Z look? Well, no one's ever said, "Ooh, Jay-Z, he's a beautiful person." They're like, man, Jay-Z does awesome music.
Mm. Well, I mean, I will say this. Listen, I'm gonna say this, okay? So, my first reaction when I heard about Toni Braxton and Birdman, it was not believable to me. Not that I don't follow Birdman, but I don't follow him.
Cricket.
But I don't have anything negative to say about him. I don't have anything negative to say about Toni Braxton, but I was shocked. I will say that. But I will follow it up with saying that I was shocked because I just didn't think Toni Braxton was, she liked bad guys. And I don't mean bad in a bad way. I mean, like, her music and his music is totally night and day. He has more of that hardcore. When I say bad, that's what I mean. More of that hardcore music, and I don't see her in that line. But love, can happen with anybody.
Well, let me ask you this. Everybody was talking about Bobby and Whitney, and those that knew Whitney, they knew that she was ghetto as I don't know what. So everybody outside the world was trying to figure out how did Bobby and Whitney get together? So she's ghetto. She was ghetto. That's how she acts. We don't know these people behind closed doors. We don't know what type of that's the persona that they put out there. So we don't know how they are.
Yeah. Let me jump in here. Okay. First off,
go ahead.
Everything. No, you cut it out. Everything. You're gonna hear crickets in about 2 minutes. Everything is revolved around. Kiva, don't you add that dude on. Don't you add Mr. Jordan on. Okay. Everything evolves around love. Love makes no sense to make sense. In other words, you'll find someone who's 47 years old who takes interest in someone who's 32. Or you find someone who is 19 years old who takes an interest in someone who's, 27 or whatever the case may be. We always try to put what makes sense out of love, and it just doesn't make sense. So you'll have someone who's broke to be with someone who's rich or whatever. But when you have those type of people, of course, they looked at Bobby, they looked at Whitney and say, Mitch Mac. They looked at Beyonce and Jay-Z, and they look at Mitch Mac. And then, you also look at Gucci Man marrying the other young lady. Again, we look at that and we go, Mitch Mac. But who's to say their love is a match made in heaven? So that's why I kept saying crickets, because to be honest with you, I mean, it's a lot of ugly people looking with some good-looking people. And there's a lot of good-looking people with a lot of ugly people. But I ain't going to blast off no shots. But, Denzel Washington, I mean, that's my guy. But, more power to Denzel. You see his wife. So they're going to cut me off. They're going
I can't. Lord, I need some new friends.
They gonna get you. They gonna get you for that one. Them ladies don't play about Denzel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Lord, I need some new friends.
They was quiet. They was quiet when he married that dark-skinned lady, though. But get off my back.
Wait. Everybody quiet for a second. Everybody quiet for a second. I give you a cricket now.
Okay. Listen, I got to redeem myself. I hear cricket.
Lord, help us.
Yeah, what you want to say?
I'm telling you, Denzel, listen, I was just joking, man. Much love to you and your lovely wife.
No, you weren't joking.
Oh, man.
Okay. But hey, love is blind and love is bliss. But I'm super excited for anybody that want to be married, anybody that want to, be successful and get that paper. So that's what's up. So that's my entertainment report brought to you by Wakanda Forever. If you ain't gonna see Black Planet, I say Black Planet. I'm so super excited. Black Planet, along with Black Panther. So you may be able to see it on Black Planet. I don't know if it's still in.
You know what?
All right, but go ahead and go check out that movie, the Black Panther, and then also coming up behind that is going to be Infinity Wars. It's coming up, so you might want to go see Black Panther Infinity Awards for Marvel. Will make sense to you. You might want to go check that out too.
It's brought to you by Black Panther.
Yeah, it's brought to you by Wakanda Forever, the Entertainment Report.
Wow.
Back to you, Johnny.
Johnny, the left.
Oh my God! You know what?
I always wanted to say that. And back to you,
Johnny, in the studio.
Back to you, Johnny, in the studio. You know
I know Courtney just looking at them like, what in the world?
What
See,
is
but
going on?
now that the two greatest guys of living day by day then shot themselves in the foot, I don't know how this week is going to pan out.
I'm Gucci. I'm Gucci. I'm Gucci. So hey, anybody? It's called my edges look good.
See, Denzel might have wanted to book you for a comedy show. Okay, y'all better cut it. Okay.
I did not say that about Denzel.
My name is E-Love, and I was the one talking about Denzel.
Hey, Denzel, come see me. That's right. I mean, shoot. I know a bunch of comedians are talking about him. Yes, Denzel, come see me. Talk to me, brother. Let's go.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a Denzel Washington fan. Denzel,
as
they say, it wasn't me. You ain't even grammatically correct with that. You're like, it wasn't me.
It wasn't me. Okay. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me send this quick shout out real quick. Shout out to Wendy Williams. I know you heard us. We praying for you. We heard that you're going to go ahead and take that break. We talked about you on the last segment. We didn't talk about you like that, but we prayed for you, and we're saying that we hope that you took that break, and we know that you're taking that break. So taking care of your health. We're praying for you.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Sometimes you just got to really shut it down and take care of your body. That is so important. But before we go on break, I want to just for 2 seconds just really kind of talk about the recent shooting that was down in Florida, and there was some conversation going on about arming the teachers. And I just want to know, for the listeners out there, like, what are y'all thoughts about that? And E-Love and Elder, what do y'all think about that? Do you think it's appropriate to arm the teachers in schools?
Okay, let me just say this. I'll go first. I worked in the school system for 15 years doing the drug prevention program and worked around teachers. Let me get it straight. You want teachers now to educate. You want them to be, sometimes a teacher is a parent, sometimes a teacher is a counselor. Now you want them to go for technical training and wear a flak jacket and they have a concealed weapon ready to shoot whoever comes through the door. What if that teacher's upset and pissed at their students? Now you got an armed, pissed off teacher that instead of saying go to the principal, they can go fire, fire, fire. That is the most awful idea ever, to give a teacher a gun. Let's hire more like you do, like the airplane where you have spy marshals. We can't get people in the school system that will walk around and we don't know who they are, but the school system know who they are. And how can we can't go ahead and say we don't need to do assault rifles? Everybody's up dancing around the issue. Who the heck needs an assault rifle? I mean, are we going back to the days when we were militia now?
Wow. I mean, you made a very, very valid point. Very valid point. I do not take to the agreement of President Trump's statement that we ought to arm the teachers, simply because that's just opening up, a can of lawsuits for, things that be happening to the school. The other thing is 90% of the stuff that comes out of this man's mouth is terrible.
Oh my God.
That there, dumbest thing ever, really. So I do not support that. However, it is our amendment to, if you're old enough by law and legally to carry a gun. I agree with that, but I do not agree with the teachers being armed with guns. I don't agree with the postal people with guns. I don't believe that the deacons should be having a gun. Now, they talked about the church. Should the church have it? I mean,
yep.
You know, it becomes another conversation.
Security,
you know.
Security.
Yeah.
He needs security in there. I mean, when they take up tithes and offering, they have a security that walks with.
See there, nobody.
And with
see
your
there.
money.
Right,
Don't
Lord,
you? I know my church does.
Tithes and offering. Help us, Lord. But no, I'm just, I know we got to go on break here, and we probably have our guests coming on. Going to be online pretty soon here. But I just, I wanted to throw that out there, and we'll have a show where we'll talk about it more in depth. But I definitely think this president, and I'm just going to say it, like you spend more time tweeting than you do running the country, like. And then he even recently tweeted something about Oprah. Like, are you running the country or are you just sitting on Twitter? I don't get it.
Yeah.
I just don't get it. And then to make that recommendation, like, really? I don't get that at all. I don't get that.
I mean, he's running the United States like his TV show. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's go on break. I know our guest is going to be coming on in just real quickly. So y'all stay tuned. We are coming back with a phenomenal, amazing guest. So we're going to go into a commercial break because we got to pay some bills. But we will be coming right back in just about 2 minutes. Stay tuned.
Wakanda forever!
Messed up so many times in my life and said no, never again. Never again. You came down and died for me, and then you washed away all of my sins. I did it again. I said, can you forgive me? And Father, you did it again. 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 I said, now Father, will you forgive me? You did it again. Okay. You did it again.
Did it, I did it again. Said I was done with it, but all the fun with it, home, and I went with it in. Tried to do right, but wrong was there though. Feel like a slave, Moses taught the Pharaoh. My shoes is too big for straight and narrow. Elevator open, but I take the stairs though. I think I'm done, but then I can't quit. I keep on falling for that same tree. Okay, but now I can see that the strength ain't in me. I give it to you, then I'm about to take a knee, and I know it's the blood and it's not about me. I'm making promises, they always fall short. It's too much labor, so I always abort.
Your grace, it extends to me every day. Brand new mercies I see when I wake. With my eyes on the sun, I will stand and proclaim that darkness soon will fade. In times of trouble, you are my help. You are God with us, God with us. I call you Jesus.
Welcome back, guys, to the Living Day by Day show. This is your girl, Elder Lakiba Wallace, and I'm excited. If you missed that first half, I tell you, you truly have missed a show. I'm rocking, of course, with none other than Elder Brown and comedian E-Love, and we're just excited that you guys have come back to be a part of the Living Day by Day show. But we are not going to labor this at all. We have a phenomenal person that is online with us, and that is none other than Bishop Eric Lloyd. Welcome to the show, sir.
Hey, bless you, woman of God. I'm grateful for the opportunity.
Awesome.
Man.
Well, Tell the listeners a little bit about who Bishop Eric Lloyd is.
Well, I'm the senior pastor and founder of Rhema International Church in Detroit, Michigan. My wife and I have been married for 23 years. I've been pastoring the Rhema International Church for 20 years. I've been in Christian broadcasting via radio and television since 1995. So that's about 22, 23 years. My wife and I just launched our own Christian television network, which is RTN, the Rhema Television Network. And we are viewed in 40 million homes via over-the-air channel 40, Comcast 397, and then we come on all of the OTT or non-linear platforms, Roku, Amazon Fire, Android TV, etc. So I'm just a nobody trying to tell everybody about somebody who is Jesus that can save anybody.
Okay.
Wow. Now that's an opener right there, boy. All right now.
Wow, Bishop, this is Preacher Elder Brown. I'm grateful. I'm grateful to hear all this because I know that what you have been doing, you and your lovely wife. I've been watching. I've been under you. I've seen all the major things that God has allowed you to be abreast with, and you are definitely shaking some things for the kingdom of God. And I just wanted to say that we really, really appreciate you. But I want to talk about the Edge. Oh, my goodness. I'm seeing the Edge going down. Can you tell the people about the Edge Club?
Well, you know what? The Edge is an acronym. Evolving Dispels Gradual Evaporation. EDGE. Evolving Dispels Gradual Evaporation. If you don't evolve, you will evaporate. We cannot utilize the same tools that our forefathers used in the early 1900s to reach this generation because we're dealing with a different type of demon. Our forefathers knew nothing about the internet, the World Wide Web. Back in the day, you used to have to go to a store to get pornography. Now you can access pornography from your telephone. So the Edge was a movement. A couple of years ago, we purchased a multifunctional facility, and we turned it into a Christian light club. Not a night, but a light, L-I-G-H-T. Jesus said, we are the light of the world. A city that's set on a hill cannot be hid. No man lights a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a mantle so that it can be seen. So we started a Christian light club, and we invested in sound, subwoofers, projectors, screens, gospel DJ, fog machines, because for so many years when the church put something together, it was corny. When people come to the Edge, we want them to have the same type of experience that they would have at a Lil Wayne concert or a Jay-Z concert or a Beyonce concert. We want it to be light, camera, and action. We want them to feel the music. So we started the Light Club, and we started off every Friday night from 9 p.m. until about 2 o'clock in the morning. And I started at that time because I wanted to be able to catch the young folk before they got to the nightclub, N-I-G-H-T, or the strip club. And we have seen hundreds upon hundreds of young people come through the Edge Christian Light Club. And it's not just something for the millennials. It's something for people of all ages. We have a regional, or actually a quarterly dance competition, and the brother that won the last dance competition was 50 years old.
Oh, man.
So it's not just something, once again, for the millennials. We have no preaching at the Edge. People contact us from all over the country and ask if they can come in and preach at the Edge. We have no preaching. We allow our artists, we allow our comedians, we allow the talents that minister via rap, poetry, spoken word, etc., to minister through their gifts. So the Edge has evolved to a weekly basketball outing where we mentor 50 to 60 young men. In addition to that, because of the media exposure, churches have called us from South Carolina to Compton, California, and they launched a 20-city tour. So we've been on tour. We did the Stellas. We did TBN. When TBN booked me to preach the Praise the Lord show, they asked if we could bring the Edge. And it just so happened Todd Delaney and Ty Tribbett were a part of that taping, and then that night they did a concert with Todd Delaney, Ty Tribbett, The Edge, and they had me to host the concert. But Ty Tribbett said, Bishop Lloyd, the entire nation is talking about The Edge. Matter of fact, I just met an artist a couple of days ago because Kiara Sheard utilized our building to record her new music video. And that was like video number 21. In 2.5 years, we have hosted over 30 CD release concerts. We have facilitated 21 music videos. Most of the music videos that come out of Detroit, if not the entire video, a scene is recorded at the Edge because you have a large group of people. Matter of fact, Sister Nietzsche, Evangelist Nietzsche Dumas from the Word Network, my sister from another mister, she just told someone the other day, the Edge is the biggest thing in the country. People come from Atlanta, the Carolinas, Boston, Toronto, Canada, Akron, Ohio, all over the country at their own expense to be a part of the Edge. And we have at least 10 artists that God used the Edge to launch their career through our open mic session. But I said that to say the Edge is a movement. And about 6 months ago, I turned the Edge over to Brother Dre. Brother Dre is a youth leader at our church. He's one of the premier Christian hip-hop artists in the nation. I turned it over to him as the president, and I appointed another young man by the name of Marcus Anthony, and he's always in Atlanta, Marcus Anthony as the vice president. It's a multicultural movement, record label, national tour, weekly basketball outing, Christian Light Club, and we just came out with a children's book, Learning Through Rhythm and Rhyme, Hip-Hop Lessons for Learning. And, the Edge is doing extremely well. But in addition to the church, of course, my wife, my children, the Edge, I also preside over an organization. I have churches in 5 countries. I'm always in and out of town. I will be in Atlanta with you all this weekend. The next weekend, I will be in Rochester, New York. So I'm always in and out of town, and I just thank God for what he's doing in this season. Bishop Paul Morton wrote a song some years ago, but he didn't write the song. He sung the song that says, Lord, whatever you're doing in this season, please don't do it without me. I cannot be a spectator. I've got to be a participator.
That is nice. Bishop Lloyd, this is comedian E-Love. I do have a question for you. What made you want to get into ministry? I know a lot of people come on and talked about this story, but so what's the story behind you? Why did you get into ministry?
That's a good question. I didn't decide to get into ministry. Those of you that know my story, about 6 or 7 years ago, the Word Network did a documentary titled, Can Anything Good Come Out the Hood? A lot of people think I was born and raised in the church. About 26 years ago, I was out in the streets, gangbanging, carrying Tech 9s with 30-round clips, wearing bulletproof vests, smoking reefer all day, puff, puff, pass, pass. But if it had not been for the Lord, not the Lord of the Rings, but the Lord of hosts, come on, somebody, that was on my side, I wouldn't be here today. A lot of people go into ministry as a career move. I didn't go into ministry as a career move. I was called to ministry. Even before I got saved, the Lord began to minister to me about ministry. Now, I was raised in the church. However, the church wasn't in me. And I went through ministerial training at Gospel Tabernacle Church of the Apostolic Faith. I was, at that time, under Bishop Michael T. Martin. He's still my bishop, some 25-plus years later. And he had to push me out the church. I was the youth pastor of about 350 people. I was comfortable with being the youth pastor, and God gave me a call to pastor, and then my pastor confirmed the call that was upon my life. And that's key because you have a lot of people now that are what I like to call renegades. Some were sent and then others went. They're trying to utilize ministry to make money, but they forget the word minister means servant. Jesus said, I don't come to be served. He said, I come to serve. So if they're not here to serve, you're in ministry for the wrong thing. You're in ministry for the wrong reasons. So it was God that called me to ministry, and he used many different confirmations. Now, let me say this. Some 25 plus years ago, when I got saved, all of my relatives were unsaved. If you follow me in ministry, and if you saw the documentary the Word Network did on my life about 6 or 7 years ago, it had to be 6 or 7 years ago now, you will find out that my mother got saved because of my testimony, my grandmother, my girlfriend at that time, which is now she's my wife for 23 years, most of my siblings, over 70. All God needs is a seed. Come on, somebody. All God needs is one person to say yes, and he can change an entire family. So over 70 people on my father's side, my mother's side, my in-laws got saved. My sister-in-laws got saved. Matter of fact, my niece was a baby, and now she's our youth pastor. She graduated last year with 2 degrees, and she's working on another degree. So, you know, all God needs is one person to say yes, and he can change an entire generation.
Man, I'm so glad you say yes, man. Boom. Look at that.
Wow. Awesome. I was going to ask you to leave a word for the people, but I think you have already left a powerful word for the people. It takes one, and God will.
Well, let me say, God always operated, if you don't mind, in the office of an apostle. And, you know, God always uses me to birth things in the earth realm. I started the Oil Spill Nation movement. People have been talking about Oil Spill Nation across the country, but they don't know where it originated. It originated right at the Rhema International Church, a.k.a. Oil Spill Nation. We believe that you shouldn't leave a service. You shouldn't leave a service without an oil stain. Come on, somebody. You shouldn't leave a service without being greasy. We're having too many dead services. Come on, somebody. The oil is symbolic of the Holy Ghost. A pastor out of Houston, Texas, we're getting ready to have the first Oil Spill Nation conference in Houston, Texas, May the 6th and the 7th. Bishop E.L. Usher, he pastored a 5,000-member church. He flew into Detroit to meet me personally, and he said, Bishop, God said Oil Spill Nation is a conference, and I want you to have the first conference at my church. So we're getting ready to have the Oil Spill Nation conference in Houston, Texas, May the 5th and the 6th, to over 5,000 people, and it's insane. Matter of fact, we got a preacher from Atlanta that's preaching that Sunday morning by the name of Elder Mark Moore Jr.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Well, I'm thankful for the oil thing.
I wear many hats.
Wow. Well, thank you, Bishop. It's always an honor. This is, I know you've been on our show before. Thank you so much for taking the time to be on the Living Day by Day show, for leaving an oil stain on the set.
It cannot be erased.
Yes, and I'm excited about the oil stains that you will leave for the 3rd annual Women on the Battlefield Conference taking place February 25th right here in Atlanta. So we are excited about the oil stains that God will have you leave on the foundation of the conference.
Exactly.
So tell the people how they may be able to get in contact with you.
You can follow me on social media, Facebook at Eric Lloyd, Instagram and Twitter at Bishop Eric Lloyd, or you can go to my website, ericlloydministries.org, and that's Lloyd with 2 L's, L-L-O-Y-D.
Awesome. Again, Bishop, thank you so much for being a guest on the Living Day by Day show.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Blessings.
God bless.
God bless. Oh, my God. All I can say is, where are the oil stains?
Where are your stains?
Where are your stains? But that's so important, though. Oftentimes you go up and, oh, my God, Lord, he opened the door. You go in church and all you hear about is, where's your dollars? Come in, tithes and offering. And I'm not saying don't do that. Don't misconstrue that. But where are your oil stains? Who's preaching that? Elder Brown? Who's preaching that?
He is.
Your life should preach it.
Oh, my God. I mean, that was powerful. Where are your oil stains? Leaving an oil stain. That is people need that in this season.
I'll take that part. But, the soul, what's so amazing by that is I followed them for so many years, and when I heard, the Oil Spill Nation, I was like, wow, real catchy. But then I started listening to what he really meant when he said that. And we talk about the oil, we talk about the sacrifice, we talk about something has to be broken before the oil is spilled. So yeah, he hit that right on the nail. Oh, we thank God for Bishop Eric Lloyd. That was powerful.
That was very, very, very powerful. Guys, we're going to go into just a short commercial break, but then when we come back, we're going to be coming back with some oil stains. So you sit tight. Make sure that you come back with us. Thank you again for tuning in to the Living Day by Day show. Yeah. We're going into the commercial break, but we'll be coming right back.
What you callin' lame, we callin' the movement. This is squad coming up to speak a solution. Now they craving the word. Now they craving the word. This is squad coming up to speak a solution. Speak a solution. Speak a solution. This is squad coming up with someone in us to fall.
Ain't no way in my vision. Anytime you near us, you hear us, you see in the squad, you know we my business. It's him that we lifting. These balls that we lifting, these gifts that we shifting. He put it together, he made it a canvas for a major collision. Go ahead, stay directed. Let your head and respect. Now when you see me, trying to figure me out, you can't see. 3 country need a spiritual lens, cause I'm in 3G. It's going hard right here, banging on CD. This a new anthem, put it on repeat. Detroit to the Chi-Town to the LA, on the winning team, and we going for the 3P. Gotta spit with the master, spit the match is lit, the flame and the natchez it. The gas is lit, I never been an average. The type dude, light it up, let the cameras click. I tell you, boy, sicker than a cancer stick. Cut your boy cut from a different fabric. I'm steady running on the block, that is maverick. The patch is lit, so don't call the ambulance. So any track that I touch, man, I damage it. People looking sideways, can't handle it. So only one judge, man, let his hammer hit. So go ahead, raise me up like I'm Lazarus. Yeah, we running with the king, I ain't talking LeBron. Yeah, we walking in the building, better sound of your lungs. Man, focus on the sun, we don't focus on stars. Man, where we making music, man, we dropping them bombs like we ain't all leaving, stopping, it's not enough. We've been lighting, we're shining.
Wake up. Wake up. Every time I wake up, every time I wake up. Wake up!
OMG. In other words, oh my goodness, if you guys did not enjoy that second segment with none other than Bishop Eric Lloyd, let me tell you guys, if you missed that second segment, you really missed it. But check it out. You can always go back and replay. We want you to replay and replay and replay and share. Bishop Eric Lloyd drops some major knowledge. He talked about the nightclub. He talked the light club, not nightclub. He talked about the ministry. He talked about when he, before he had got saved, how he was smoking reefer. He didn't say weed or blunt. He said reefer. So y'all, he went way back.
That's old school. He said reefer.
Yeah, he told. That's right. Bishop told his entire testimony or portion of it, and I guarantee you, now we know the fire and the anointing that is on this man's life. And you can reach out to Bishop Eric Lloyd. He has books out, he has media, he has television, he has it all. We thank God for him and his lovely wife, Lady Lloyd. But reach out to him on Facebook, on all the social network platforms, and let him know that you appreciate the God in him. Kiba, he did his thing. We thank God for him. Come on, Eli.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Woo.
Man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Man.
It's just really been a prayer of mine for, God to really just make the Living Day by Day show more powerful and more effective. And I'll tell you guys, we have really kicked off 2018 really good. We've had some phenomenal guests from kicking off. Not that we didn't have them last year, I'm not saying that, but 2018, we really just came in with a bang and an explosion, and I'm excited about that. And tonight is just proof in the pudding, if you will, that God still answers prayers. And so I'm just excited to have had the opportunity to interview, all of us to have had the opportunity to interview Bishop Eric Lloyd. I mean, he needs no introduction. Everybody know who he is, as they say. He is, definitely.
All Still Nation.
Oh, my God. Like, really, he is definitely about God's business. And I'm excited about that, and just excited to, be a part of, what God is doing. And I'm excited that he's accepted to come down and be, put some oil stains, if you will, for the third annual Women on the Battlefield Conference. So, but the part that really touched me, I know we have just about 6 minutes before, and not even really 4 before we go off air, but the thing that really ministered to my soul is that, because oftentimes we come up in church, we try to play like, you all 100% saved, but you got, 12,000 people at the crib that ain't saved at all, but we try to act like we got it all together, but it really touched me when he said that God used him to just ricochet, if you will, everybody else in his family to get them saved. So if you're out there, not to go behind Bishop, because there's no going behind Bishop at all, but just to piggyback on that if you are out there and you're listening and you the only person saved in your household, you got your children doing wrong, they smoking weed, they sleeping with this person doing that, you stay saved, you stay in faith, you keep trusting God, you keep believing who God is. And if he can do it in Bishop's family's life, if he can use a Bishop to be able to save all of his family members, God is no respecter of person. He can do it. And I'm preaching to myself. Y'all know I'm transparent. I can do it, because if you out there and you think everybody believes that everybody in your family saved, that's not happening.
Everybody in your family saved?
Yeah, nobody believes that. You got some weed smokers in your family. You got some fornicators in your family. You got some liars in your family. You got some thieves in your family, okay? Don't you come up and work in church and all this kind of stuff with your suit and tie and your fancy dress on. You got some people in your family that I'm sure you are praying for God to please cross them over. And it was just evidence tonight that if God can do it for Bishop Eric Lloyd, he can do the same for you. He can do the same for me. So just keep believing, keep trusting, Guys, we thank y'all so much for just tuning in to the Living Day by Day show. This is your girl, Elder Lakiba Wallace. I'm excited about life. I'm excited about the 3rd Annual Women on the Battlefield Conference, guys. It's going down this Saturday and Sunday. Make sure you are somewhere in the building to experience what God is going to do at the 3rd Annual Women on the Battlefield Conference. We thank you always for tuning in to another broadcast of the Living Day by Day show that airs every Thursday, guys, from 8 to 9 p.m. right here on 108 Praise Radio. Check out our website, which is livingdaybyday.net. And till next time, know that we love you so good. We believe that God is going to do amazing things in your life. We believe that God's going to deliver you. He's going to heal you. We believe that God is even going to elevate you. But until next time, we love you so good right here on the set of the Living Day by Day show. Be blessed.